Walmart has entered an exclusive partnership with GNC. So, speaking of that health and wellness category, according to Supermarket News, starting this month, Walmart will begin selling a curated assortment of GNC's daily vitamins and supplements in over 4,000 Walmart stores and on Walmart.com. They will be adding their sports nutrition and weight management products down the road. And one other important point that they noted in the article was that GNC previously had an exclusive partnership with Rite Aid that started back in 1998. Now, Carl, we do this thing on the show where A&M Consumer and Retail Group, they like to throw in what they call a put you on the spot question. So as our wonderful, wonderful guest host today, I'm going to
Who
put
dat?
you on the spot.
Oh, me?
Yes, Carl, you. A&M Consumer and Retail Group want to know, based on the story we just talked about, GNC, Walmart, seems like a great move. GNC gets to go into a mass channel. Walmart gets to capitalize on the great health and wellness brand. What else should GNC be doing to continue to build brand equity at the top of the pyramid with the serious health and wellness customer?
I think we just talked about it, subscription.
Right.
Why isn't this? I mean, this is a recurring product if there is one. I mean, if you're
That's a great
taking,
point.
so if you're taking vitamins, chances are you're not saying, well, I'll take some 1 week and I won't take any, for a couple of weeks and starting. I mean, no, it's probably as recurring a purchase as milk and bread and eggs. So
Right.
so there's something for their high, and do they want to jump in on with Walmart? That's maybe a place to do it. So that's where I would go, is how do they build a subscription model? And we know that the market loves subscription models too. They'll be well rewarded for that. But yeah, that's the first point. I think what's more interesting about this story, I think what they also pointed out is GNC's interest in physical retail. Like, they
Right.
recognize the footprint is a huge value. Having seen deals like this done in the past, my background, my real true retail background is doing store in store with Costco. So I know
Right.
the value of brands trying to be in physical spaces and with distribution and traffic like they have. So I think it's great. It shows also how credible Walmart is becoming in this space, for them to walk away from, what is it, like almost a 30-year relationship with Rite Aid. I mean,
Right.
that's, you don't just, I mean, maybe
You
it
don't,
makes it easier to walk away because it has been 30 years. Like, okay, I think we've pretty much done everything we can with this one, and time to try something new. But at the same time, I mean, just really shows that Walmart's a serious contender in this space now, and that a brand like GNC that is, well regarded and incredible, Walmart's going to benefit from this as much as GNC will.
I totally agree, Carl. I mean, I immediately thought of, Ulta in this case. Like, Ulta's doing this exact same thing with Target
Target.
because of the
Mm-hmm.
repeat purchases make up a big repeat purchase.
Yeah.
And so I think that it makes sense that you would explore this as an option. And yes, it might be, reimagining GNC's business play, but I think that when you start to go break it down and you see, okay, they went through bankruptcy and they're coming out of bankruptcy now. They're
Yeah.
trying to figure out what the best strategy is going forward. And being in 4,000 Walmart locations is no small feat. They're already selling on walmart.com. They're already have a presence there and have started
Yeah.
to build a relationship. I think that bringing them into the physical store is just a natural extension of this. And for me, it really brings up this idea of, like, what is the department store anymore? And these big box retailers are kind of becoming these one-stop shops, to be that, physical equivalent of what the marketplaces are online. And so I think we're going to continue to see more of this. Um, as far as A&M's question of how do they go after that more serious consumer, I still think there's some opportunities, just being a gym owner myself and participant, like, I still think there's opportunities for GNC to kind of rebrand with a different audience, especially this millennial female who I think is not in their wheelhouse. And I know that they've been trying to go after for a while. Like, when I think of GNC, I'm not thinking of that's the spot where I'm going for my vitamins and supplements. I'm reminded of, like, the GNC bodybuilder days of old. So I think
Yeah.
that there's a lot of rebranding and work there to reach that
So,
audience. And Walmart partnership could be the exact way to do that.
so the next one might be Lululemon then. It's a GNC Lululemon partnership, could be.
I think that's a great point. I had that in my notes too, Carl. I was thinking like you got to find some strategic partnerships here, and Athleta or Lululemon might not be a bad spot to start to look at as another extension of this kind of shop and shop concept.
If you're leading GNC right now, you can't screw this up. Like you need to, like you got to seize the moment. There's a big opportunity. If you don't make it in this environment where spending is up, health consciousness is up, all these things, like it's time to to really make it work. Because if not, I don't think you'll get another kick at this can.
Right. 100%, Carl. I agree.